Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have my September update for Pan Nose eyeshadows. If you missed it, I posted a quick health update. If you didn't know what I was talking about in that, my last Get Ready With Me went in depth about what's going on with me. But I am feeling much better, so I'm hopefully back and can get back on schedule and get my really sad updates done, but they're getting done, and that's all that matters to me. So last month when I saw you, I had screwed up my notebooks. I didn't have any numbers. It doesn't matter now anyway, because I haven't worn these palettes at all since I filmed the last update, and I'm going to be rolling out 3 of the palettes. So let's start with what has been in here, like I rolled in last month. That's this. This is the Glamlite palette, Dirty Martini, and I brought in Mix It Up, and which already had use on it. I've only used it one more time, and I think it was like the very next day. Or it may have even been that day. I don't remember. So, yeah, this is staying in here, though. I really like this color. The issue I'm going to have, though, is that for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm doing neutrals for the whole month of September. So we may not have a whole lot of use on some of these until October, but it's a pretty color. We're moving into the season where I love to wear jewel tones. So this is definitely something that will stay in the project. The only other one that's staying in the project is from the Glamlite Wine palette, and I got this for a random color generator. What was that one for? Look at the prompts, Misty. I think it was for a shadow that starts with the letter M. Yeah, shadow that starts with the letter M. And this was a random color generator, and I brought in the shade Pour It Up, which is this one right here. Again, no usage since the last video, but it's really beautiful. Once I've picked my other shades, I'll go ahead and swatch the entire color story for you. Okay, so the next 3 are moving out. The first one is this one. I brought in Ultraviolet from the Huda Beauty Mercury palette. I don't like that shade, and I haven't got any use out of it. I think the whole entire time it's been in here, I have one use, and I think it's because it's a black base. I don't know. I just don't love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this shade out. I don't know if I'll pick from this palette or not. It's a nice palette, but this one shade, I don't know. It just, I don't know. It's not like you can use it to lighten up a look, because it goes on so dark, and then it just barely shows up on the eye no matter what I do. So this one is for sure rolling out. The other ones that are rolling out, so that was for the letter U, and in here I have a shade that starts with P and a blue matte. So this is the Lois Cosmetics Meet Me at Midnight palette. I've been working on the shade Disturbed in Phase. So I am rolling this out because I'm gifting this. Lainey mentioned that she wanted to try the formula, and I was like, I'll send it to you. I already know that I don't care for it. It's not bad. It's just not... It's not indie quality, if you know what I mean. Like when I think indie, I think really buttery pigmented mattes, beautiful shiny metallics or shimmers, and this one is just meh. So I don't love it, and I reached out to Lainey and asked her if she would be interested in it. She said yes, so I don't want to give it any more use. I'm going to send it along to her. So we have 3 shades we need to roll in. Let me get an eraser. So I am going to go ahead and keep those 3 prompts. We'll keep them because I didn't finish them, and I want to get all these done. I didn't even introduce this project, Misty. I'm a little out of practice. So Pan Nose eyeshadows was a project created by Alexi several years ago. Everybody's kind of taken this project and put their own spin on it. This year I am with Ruth, Haley, I think Nicole, and also Lainey. So Lainey went and created 100 prompts, and we're doing this prompt base. So it's still somewhat random because you're getting a prompt, but you can also have a little bit of control because you can pick your own shadows. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have numbers 1 through 75. So I took out all the repeats. I know Lainey has on her sheet now. She has one tab that has all 100, so it has the repeats, and then she has one that doesn't have the repeats. So all of her information is linked in the description box down below. Seriously, Misty, are we really this out of practice? When's the last time I filmed video? The last time I wore makeup. So that was what, September 1st? No, August 31st? So about 10 days. Okay, we need clear history, prevent reloads. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, let's start with number 8 because that's at the top of the list. My number 8 is Newest Shadow. Is reminds you of spring as we transition into fall. Okay. And then 36 is food themed reference. Okay. Okay, so for my newest eyeshadow, I honestly couldn't think of what I've purchased recently that I have. That's a new eyeshadow. So what I decided to do is go ahead and bring in this. This is the companion palette to the Meet Me at Midnight. This was the first one. This is the Meet Me in the Underworld. And what I decided to do is I'll just roll this in, get some use out of it, and if I don't care for it, I can just pass this along to Lainey too. Maybe she would get some use out of it. So what I'm going to bring in is this matte right here. And again, I'll take pictures. This is called Woodland. Now I will say these mattes feel completely different than the other ones. The other ones are dry and thin. Like they don't feel like an indie matte would. This one does. So I'm excited about it. So it's this color right here. And I'm going to be able to, so these two won't get any use until we get to October. This one can actually work as a neutral because it has that bit of brownie green. And so that will be really fun to play with. And we're getting to the time of year where I want jewel tones and I want grunge. So once I get done with the neutrals, we'll get there. So I'm bringing this in, and my rules are 25 uses or hit pan, or if I'm done with it, I'm just going to roll it out because I'm not going to waste my time with something that I don't love. Okay, so the last two, which are remind you of spring and food theme reference, are going to come from my Margarita palette. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. Okay, so for reminds me of spring, I'm going to bring in this color right here. This is Presidente. It is a shimmer. I do have some use on it. But this is going to be another color that's not going to get any use until October. It's really, really pretty. It's a really, really, really pretty kind of toppery color. These three are going to look really pretty together. And then last but not least, for a food theme reference, I'm going to bring in a fresh pineapple, which is this gold. I've used it a couple of times. I actually really like this with all the greens I'm painting. And this will look pretty with this one. This will look pretty with this one. So I think they will play well together. And I'm painting a gold in my Litless, but it's a different kind of tone of gold. This one's a bit more orange. That one's a bit more yellow. So this, my friends, is our new color story. So yeah, so I don't foresee these three having any use until October. Hopefully I can get some pretty good decent usage out of these three. Again, I'm hoping that I'm feeling better enough to get into back into my routine of filming and just wearing makeup and just using makeup as therapy, which is kind of what I've been doing. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys did better in your Pan Those eyeshadows than I did in my Pan Those eyeshadows. This is probably the August and September, or August into September, are probably the only months that I haven't worn makeup at least, 12 times. I think I've worn it 5, if even, since the last update. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.